knight 5 is interesting with the port there. Or is kind of weak on this board, so this 10-9-5 looks real solid. Hmm. Mm. Thinking 8-4-3 here. What do I get on the backswing though? I would need sheep or wood brick. I think this 4-9-11 might be open. And probably the 6-3-11 or this 6-3-11. Doesn't really give us, I don't know. Maybe we can trade for wheat on this board and go somewhere else. Maybe this 10-3-8 is just better. And there's a lot of wood and brick though too, right? So yeah, I think we need to get onto some ore, at least in some facets. So let's just try this. This 6-9-2 is probably going to be open too, so worst case scenario, we can just play there and then have some road connect options, as well as maybe being able to use like the 2-1 or a 3-1 to get the lack of sheep taken care of. I could see that being fine. Probably not a winning strat, but hopefully a positive yellow strat. What else? This 3-4, actually, man, that 3-4-11 is probably going to be open, but that'd be super bad for us. No, somebody's going to play the 8-4-3, right? This 3-10-11 is probably open, but man, the numbers are not great. I mean, you kind of think brown would just take that spot, right? Or maybe this one. Interesting. We're going to start on the wood port. So then, wow. Okay. That has completely changed the game. I think those are awful placements from them. They've opened up the board so much. Now, like, the first placement and the second placement just get so much value, it's crazy. They're almost guaranteed to win this game, which is good for us as second placement. Now, I kind of wish my starting placement was a little bit better. I kind of wish it was the 8-5-10, just because with all the room on this board, being able to road up is going to be pretty valuable. This makes our placement pretty awkward, honestly. I might just have to play this 3-4-11, but man. You know what? Maybe it's just time for the 6-9-12. Because I'm certainly going to need better ore in this game if I'm going to play ore wheat sheep. And I can't really play like Yeah, without sheep. 3, 6, 11. We're too much on 3 at that point. Yeah, I think we just need to do this, I suppose. And then somebody's going to play here, right? So I think we just have to build downward. Liking my spot less and less. But yep, gotta do it. Wow. 12 right out the gate. Look at that. I wonder if we're going to be able to trade for wood. Probably not on this board. Let's try this trade first. Because the dev card would be nice. I don't think red takes that, right? No. They don't have that move. Let's try this. The sad thing is tan started with 1 sheep in their hand, so they're not going to make that play. Gross. I don't think anybody else is making that. Yep. All right. This is going to be an awkward game. I'm going to need to get to that sheep port ASAP. How are we going to get wood this game? I think the answer is we're not. Maybe years of plenty. Come on, 2 out of 25% chance. Dang it, I meant to counteroffer that. Yeah, we need to slow them down. If they get that, that's going to start to be kind of scary, actually. Oh, man. It's getting real heated over there. 5. What do people need? So tan needs brick. I think he also needs wheat, though. What if I did wheat for wood here? Wow, they said no. Interesting. Somebody needs sheep randomly? Highly doubt it. Maybe red does. I mean, red will at some point. Right? Red, hello? Okay. That is the worst card ever. Oof. Jeez. They're just getting so much help. I think they'll probably steal from us, right? Because they know we have brick. Yeah. At least we dodged. Hard pass. How can they afford to trade away 2 sheep? I think that's all they have, right? Certainly not. All right, what did they just trade for? For brick, okay. I'll just leave it open. Uh-oh, that's good for tan. Who did we steal from? We need wood pretty badly. Brown definitely has wood. Could also steal the wheat from tan, but I'm more likely to get sheep, I think. There's the wood. Nice. I think we just take V. Yeah. I need some defense. Yeah, it's a good time to run to the bathroom, I think. Got nothing to trade. Oh, geez. 6. See if anybody wants a wheat randomly. What was rolled in the meantime? A 2 and an 8. Great. Hard pass from that guy. moving on. Just realized he finally got the settlement there. Gross. Good, I'm glad there's mad at Tan. And they're still probably in the lead this game anyway. Somehow, with quite the strange setup. Nice, that's good for us. I am going to need a wood. Brown has one. I think my wheat has some buying power right now, right? Let's find out. Well, let's see. I wish I knew if Tan had a wood or not. I think they do, right? Because they settled here, and then they have one wood in their hand, maybe, assuming that Brown didn't steal it. They also lost a wood. I'm actually not sure who to steal from here, so I'll just steal from Tan. Hope that it's a wood. Sweet. All right. So we're off to an okay start here. First settlement spot was a little bit weak, but hopefully a 3 or 9 can get us where we need to be here. And then the second settlement's going to be pretty hard to get. Maybe the 3-1 port was actually better. Because I can see a situation where, like, we're just flooded with like sheep or something and have trouble moving it. But yeah, we'll see. In theory, we shouldn't. So I need an ore. I know that red has ore. Could also use a sheep arguably as well. The ore really would be ideal. What would I be stealing from red? Basically, red I think has everything that I need, right? So maybe I just block this 9 and steal from red. Okay. That's not bad. Kind of want to hold for the city here since I already have a knight in hand. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. Surprised it did not steal from me there. I guess they're probably still after, like, wood and brick, maybe. And they might actually be contesting red for this spot. So yeah, that makes sense. I really would have thought that this would have been their first expo, though. Ooh, that's getting spicy down there. Jeez, these rolls are crazy. I think I'm gonna have to play the knight here. I'll probably go back and steal from red again. Poor red. No, they just traded for 1 grain. I mean, I would have helped them out if they would have just traded me the ore. 7. Well, that grief's brown pretty hard, which is nice. This is one of those times when I really wish there was like voice chat where I could just negotiate with Red, like, hey, I won't block you if you give me the ore that you have. I mean, I'm basically almost guaranteed sheep here, right? Do they still have an ore? Maybe they don't. Maybe they got rid of it a while ago and I'm just crazy. Well, I'm going to keep playing like they have an ore. Let's try this. Maybe I can get it out of them in this fashion. I'll give it right back to you, Red, if you have an ore. That's literally all I got. This is your last chance. Hard pass. Certainly they don't realize that I don't produce wood. All right, 3's a big roll for us. We are going to need to dodge some whammies, though. So yellow has an ore now, or yeah, they've got an ore now. Gross. Hang on, what am I doing? I think red's gonna steal from me. They should go after brown though, like truly. Yeah, perfect. Glad they're not salty. See if I can move this sheep for anything. Highly doubt it, but maybe. Clearly they're not getting the message that I don't have wood. All right. Ruh-roh. Probably go to our 8 wheat, I would assume. Wow. Oh yeah, they're still battling for that spot, so that's actually really good for us. Not targeting the leader. Yellow had some good rolls to start out with, but they've slowed way down since then. It's a good wheat roll there. I mean, a 3 would be phenomenal for us. All right, so army could put us on 7. If we can city that, that's 8. We're going to need to road settle for 9, and then probably another city could be the win. I think that's the game plan here. The road settle's probably going to be the hardest part of this. This might be a better road settle. Yeah. Gotta be right. I mean, the 8's probably going to get blocked anyway, but yeah, the 11-12 just really doesn't do that much for us. Jeez, what is going on? Maybe I'm lagging or something. Maybe that roll already happened, and then Brown realized they were getting the settlement and then just bailed. Maybe they're not getting the settlement. What do they need? Do they need wheat? I think they need wheat, right? Yeah, I knew they would do that one. All right, let's just go ahead and get our card here. Here, plenty's nice. Very nice. We have no cards in hand. Go away, bot. Go fight with red. What are you doing? If we could get like a miracle 12, that'd be pretty good. Because I feel like we're gonna have to use the Year of Plenty for wood in this game. Although now that Brown is a bot, they might be willing to trade some wood to us for like ore or something. Got some options here, which is good. But I think in the meantime, we're going to keep trying to draw dev cards here. Where does 10 go? I mean, you feel like they want to block us, but like maybe the 4? Yeah. Just because they needed to steal a card from somebody. Could have seen an argument for like the 9 too, but Okay, not bad. And then red takes that spot. Yep. I think we'll just roll here. 6. Not much we can do with that, so we'll just call that good. Threes and nines are really not very popular this game. Basically just sevens are popular. Fives are surprisingly popular as well. So I think 10's going to be contesting for army this game. Yeah, you would have thought it would be red, but well, now that 10s are starting to roll, maybe red does have some options here. I think they've traded their only or though this game. No, there's been two nines. They should maybe have another one. Let's see if we can get a 3 and an 8 back to back here. The dream. Oh, they're going out to the 5-2. Okay, that makes sense. With their wood port. There's the 8. Nice. So they both have wood now. You don't love to see that. I'm going to get my wood trades from the bot. I'm actually surprised the bot didn't make that. Yikes. They now have a 5. Ugh. Let's see if anybody wants wheat randomly. I feel like yellow should, right? They don't. I certainly don't want your sheep. I doubt they're going to trade me their brick. Let's find out. Other than that, I think we're just going to have to pass here. We could, 2 for 1 for like a wood and keep it in hand or something, but I think that's just too risky. I doubt I'm going to get above 7 before my turn anyway, or before a 7 rolls. So this is fine. Speaking of 7s, crap, they're going after me. Oh, interesting. They steal from red. Interesting. Why would the bot do that? Oh, probably for the brick. I was literally just thinking about what would happen, what I would do if a 9 rolled. I think I'd buy the card here, but I do kind of like the option of porting away some of the wheat for road settle materials. And so yellow still does have wood. Red probably has brick. Unless that was the thing that brown stole. I think they had their own brick from the 10 that rolled. Eight's a good roll for us. We're gonna have some decisions here. Oh geez, there goes the wheat mono. Don't do it. Oh wow, wood mono, perfect. Oh man. Red is just all over brown this game. That's crazy. And a 5. Let's see if anybody wants to move any of that wood for an ore that I don't have. All right. For a brick that I don't have. Cool. Let's see if anybody wants a sheep. Actually, I do have one ore, don't I? Do I trade the ore away? I wonder if I could get 2 wood for it. Nope. If I ore for wood, I can Europe plenty. I think I can road settle if I do that, right? Gotta be quick though. Let's just do that for now. I'll have to Europlane next turn. This is getting a little bit too scary. Gross. Didn't miss out on much anyway. Since the 8's going to get blocked, even the settle there wouldn't matter. Yeah, we'll reduce our hand size a little bit, but... That is kind of awkward though, since I need to play the knight as well. And I think yellow 2-for-1s, they're wood here, right? So they probably won't have any for me to steal. No, maybe they don't. That's a pretty good roll for us. I mean, now all I really need to do is steal a brick or a wood. Maybe I can save the airplane here. Do I play the knight right now? Yeah, I think we do. Where do we go though? I think it's here again. Actually, I can hit both of them by going here, can't I? 10. Got the wheat instead. Into 10. Yuck. Let's try this. Man, these guys just take so long with their turns. Okay. Probably should have gotten rid of the that second set of wheat there. And I don't think yellow has a knight, but maybe they do. Think of a 3 rolls. We still city though, 100%. And don't worry about the settlement right now. That is very tempting. I think we do that just on principle, right? Looks like they won't trade with us though. Or they're waiting from the response of people to take 8,000 years. That's what it was. I don't like yellow getting that brick though. Getting them on that 5 is also going to be pretty good for them. I do still think we're going to need to shift our attention to red here. And I'd really like some more dev cards because we're definitely going to need the protection here. Yeah, he does have a knight. Unfortunate. Man, he got a grain too. That's annoying. Oh, well, at least I can 4 for 1 if need be. If we get desperate. But now for 3 rolls, it gets interesting. That's not good. That helps red out a lot, actually. Don't love to see that. Ooh, they're going to be able to settle there. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Yes. Okay, great. At the very least, we're going to get that spot. Hang on. Let me see if anybody just wants to trade us some wood here. Just randomly. Come on, yellow. All right. Mine. Four is a good roll. Still waiting on some 3s. Might be waiting a while. We may have to use the Europe plenty for the next city, which is pretty awkward, but it would be pretty nice to get that one set up and running. What else could we do? Could maybe use it for another like road settle. But I actually kind of think we just want cards more than anything right now. That is tempting. I think we pass on that for now, though. Having the extra wheat gives us a little bit more flexibility. And these guys just take so long with their turns. It's crazy. I can't tell if it's like lag or what. Hopefully I'm not like disconnecting or something. There's been a lot of 5s this game. If only we were on the 5. Might have to Europe plenty just to draw dev cards. I think we can draw the 1, hopefully, here on our next turn, see if it's a knight. If it's not a knight, then we're probably going to have to get creative. Okay, so they just drew a dev card, which means they could be on their second knight. I really don't want to lose out on army against them. So maybe I just start blocking that 3. Definitely start blocking that 3. Man. The greediness of me getting a city may win out here. Let's find out. 9, okay. We could Euro plenty to get cards, I think. So I think first we will draw to see what we get. Does that change anything? Probably not, but let's find out. Yikes. Oops. I think. Well, I mean, the 8 block is not the worst ever, right? Because I do still have the 4 wheat option. So maybe I do just city here. I think so. How much ore do I have? Yeah, let's do that and see what this looks like. I mean, really, the 6 is kind of our Achilles heel, so as long as we at least can get enough sheep to kind of carry us in case it does get blocked, then I think we'll be in a good situation. And then our next priority here is, of course, army. If we can just get army, we win. So it's all dev cards from here on out. So yeah, we need to block that 3 as soon as possible. Even the 4. And that is their second one. That's too bad. Hey, that 3 is pretty good though. I could just city. I mean, we're gonna have to if we can't get any other cards. A 6 would be fantastic. An 8 would also be pretty good. Or a 4. Even another 3. A 12 would be awful. Just no 12s. No 12s from here on out. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. That helps 10 out a lot, actually. Should be able to get... Actually, red can take a road, couldn't they? That makes them kind of scary, honestly. Yeah. Interesting. 9. Gross. Man, I feel like we have to city. Unless. Let's try this first. I don't think red takes this, ever. Give him another couple seconds. I'm basically, I think, just trying to trade with the bot at this point. They take way too long to ever respond. Okay, bot will do this. So yeah, pretty sure this is just the play here. Well, I guess any city now. Just need some wheat. That was not the way that I thought this was going to go. So red should absolutely take road their next turn, right? If they're smart. That puts them on 8. Maybe they can get a city out of it if they're lucky. That put them at 9. Couple sheep's not bad. Hey, Captain Tarma, how's it going? What brings you by this fine morning, and or maybe evening, depending on where you're at? Nice, that's a great roll. And yeah, even if we 7 out, I think we're still good. Well, let's do it. Afternoon. Okay, yeah, so they did take a road, which means that they're not the worst player ever. But yeah, this should be it. Hit him with the sunglasses one time. And then just city up the 8. Nice. 10 points, not bad, pretty standard. So it puts us to 11-16. And the first place finish. Yeah, that actually was pretty easy win. Mostly just because of brown and red really got into quite the battle early on, while I was just able to expand out and basically remain untouched for most of the game. So yeah.